good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. I like how we all steal that line from George Norrie of Coast to Coast AM. I love him, and I love listening to Coast AM. So kudos to you, George, for coining one of the best lines as an intro to radio or video alike. I am the Crypto Crow, and I'm here to I'm going to be trying to talk more about my favorite blockchain, Cardano, and I'm going to try and focus on Cardano as much as I can this week and just share interesting stories and what's going on with the blockchain. I did recently engage Charles Hoskinson in a chat, but I can't say what about. I am definitely working on trying to bring, let's just say, a social media platform that I very much like and appreciate, and I'm trying to bring them onto the Cardano blockchain. And I chatted with Charles a bit about it, and he said, let's talk. And so I sent the contact information to the CEO of this particular blockchain-based social media platform, and hopefully they start engaging each other, and we start seeing some serious talks about having this blockchain move over. Quite frankly, there are a lot of companies that I'm friends with. You know, I know the CEOs and, people in the marketing teams and things like that. And I'm really trying to bring as much as I can to Cardano, because at some point in the future, someday, I really wouldn't mind just focusing purely on Cardano, and then, maybe, some big, anything big that happens, maybe Bitcoin and Cardano, that sort of thing, but we'll have to wait and see. I love Cardano, if you haven't been able to notice. I just think that the sky is the absolute limit. I don't even think the sky is the limit. I think the Milky Way is the limit for Cardano in the future. And this little article here is something that is... It's a testament to what's happening, because people are preparing for Goguen. Even though it's not going to be happening for months now, people are preparing for Goguen, and I see a lot of activity booming. New addresses joining Cardano jumps 202%. ADA takes aim at yearly highs. A massive supply barrier is keeping Cardano from breaking out. No, it's not. Goguen hasn't launched yet. But a mass inflow to the network may be able to cut through it. Key takeaways. We'll get to that. Multiple on-chain metrics suggest that Cardano is poised to advance further still. Still, ADA must overcome one final resistance barrier before reaching new highs. Cardano looks ready to recover lost ground. I read through a lot of this stuff, and I feel like it's all super silly to me for some reason. I guess I'll explain in a bit. Cardano entered a steep corrective period after reaching new yearly highs in late July. The so-called Ethereum killer saw its price plummet more than 50% within 2 months. It went from trading at a high of 15 cents to a low of 7.5 cents on September 22nd. The 200-day moving average managed to keep falling prices at bay and served as a rebound zone. Bouncing off this trend following index led to a 51.5% upswing towards the 100-day moving average in mid-October, which also managed to hold. As a result, ADA's monthly price action has been contained between these two barriers since then. The smart contracts token is currently trying to slice through the overhead resistance to recover some of the lost ground, but doing so will not be easy. So now I can get into all of the details of this, and to me, so based on this on-chain metric, more than 20,000 addresses has previously purchased nearly 3.5 or 3.6 billion ADA between 10 cents and 11 cents. That's very good. Now, the thing is, when it comes to Cardano, I don't really think there's any more doubt in whether or not Cardano is legitimate and where it's going. I don't believe that for a second. Anybody that is still trying to FUD the Cardano blockchain is either dense as a steel cinder block or a cinder block. Dense as a steel block. How about that? Or they're intentionally trying to FUD the valuation of ADA because they hold other bags, they're jealous, they don't like Charles. I don't know. Whatever the case might be. And Cardano is still absolutely my number one pick for just about everything in the crypto market, even above and beyond DeFi, because DeFi's ebbs and flows and just everything associated with DeFi. I've been working on trying to open myself up more and more I have kind of, I've done some paid work with some DeFi applications that have launched. I am trying to dabble in different DeFi. I will say that I exited one of the positions recently in a DeFi application, and I'm just kind of exploring. And there's going to be a lot of DeFi on the Cardano blockchain post Goguen. And so I'm definitely open-minded to it. I just haven't seen a whole lot yet that I'm just blown away by. And when I think of Cardano as a whole, I look at it as something that could very honestly become one of the primary underlining layers to just about everything we interact with in the future, because of the let's just say that the use cases for Cardano are endless. And if it truly gets to a point with Marlowe Playground and a lot of these other tools, coding languages, the ERC20 converter, being able to just basically take anything from the ERC20 network or the Ethereum network, migrate it over to the Cardano blockchain. I mean, when all of this stuff really starts to come to fruition, we're going to see the growth in Cardano like I think most of us have never even thought possible, especially as we continue heading into this bull market. And so when I see a lot of this technical analysis gobbledygook related to something like Cardano, I ultimately chuckle a little bit because the fundamentals aren't there yet. The primary fundamental for Cardano, in my humble opinion, is Goguen. Because without Goguen, we have no competition. There's no way Cardano is going to be able to compete with the likes of Ethereum. Because all of the big perks and benefits and so forth of Cardano mean nothing if you don't have smart contracts and the ability to launch decentralized applications on that blockchain. And what they're working on primarily, if you saw yesterday's video, is the way they're trying to really maintain the decentralized nature of the Cardano blockchain through the staking protocols and limiting, the size of delegation pools. And so there's so much happening. And I see a lot of the stuff that's coming together for Cardano being truly fine-tuned. And ultimately, I believe it's going to become a very, very well-oiled machine. And so many people are going to get so rich. I mean, I really believe that wholeheartedly. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, and I may very well not have a clue what I'm talking about. But as staking, as people staking Cardano continues to grow, and the amount of ADA being taken out of the market because it's locked up in staking nodes, as that continues to increase, where last time I checked, it was already well over half, and I'm sure it's going to continue to go up from there. There's going to be a much more limited supply of Cardano on exchanges from which people, whether speculating short or long term or otherwise, are going to be able to get their hands on. The very nature of supply versus demand is going to drive Cardano's valuation up to the moon, likely beyond the moon. Screw the moon at this point. At this point, when I think of Cardano's potential future, I think the moon is where punks end up. I mean, so I just think it's a matter of patience, ultimately, folks. It truly is. I think Cardano is going to be one of the biggest breadwinners for the vast majority of us who are continuing to accumulate and hold, and that's really what it's going to be all about. And so, and it's not to say that there aren't other projects out there. Even Charles Hoskinson himself says there's a variety of reasons why we should all work on a coexisting in the crypto space. This isn't just about one particular blockchain project. This is about the use cases for all of these blockchain projects working together and establishing new adoption and changing the lives of those who came before the rest. So until next time, guys, crow your coins, crow your Cardano, and I'll see you again soon. Have a good day.